name is Raya. Our lands have been at war for as long as we can remember. Our people never see eye to eye.
My daughter, I believe our people can come together again, but someone has to take the first step.
Now, in order to restore peace, we must find the last dragon.
Raya is the first Southeast Asian princess. So talk to me about what that meant to you to get to bring her to life.
Oh my gosh. Well, I grew up in Malaysia in Southeast Asia, and I came here as an immigrant. And the very, very first movie I ever watched was Disney's Snow White. So Disney's always been such a huge part of my life. And so the idea that I would be part of a Disney animated feature, and not only that, being a part of bringing this character, inspired by the faces and the culture of Southeast Asia is tremendous. I have a young daughter, and it means the world to be able for her to be able to look at a Disney princess and see her own face reflected in her.
Absolutely. And I understand you even drew on your own heritage in order to kind of inform the story.
Absolutely, and I think for me, and also my co-writer Quy Gwen, who's a Vietnamese heritage, and our head of story Von Viersen Thorn from Thailand. There were so many people from Southeast Asia or had Southeast Asian cultural roots in our story department, visual development, animation, who were already part of the Disney family. And, we never really had a chance, I think, for the most of us, to really celebrate that side of ourselves and our culture and our background. And so you'd be able to see it, whether it was on the, in the script pages or, in the storyboards, on the little visual details. People were putting their hearts and souls into it, not just from, what we learned, from our cultural experts who were so vital in, really steeping our team in the cultures, but what it was like to grow up in a Southeast Asian household. Mm-hmm. And so for people watching the movie, even if you know nothing about Southeast Asia, I hope you'll be able to appreciate the beauty and sense the kind of love and, attention to detail at every layer of the movie.
Osnat, talk to me about, the timing of it coming out with the idea that Disney is such a collaborative group of people, and then here to, kind of be in each other's homes through quarantine, yet you're able to still deliver such an amazing product. What did that look like?
Well, we were just heading into, I've been on the film for about 4 years. And then last March, we get the message to take your computer and go on home. And we're thinking, wow, we'll probably be home for 3 weeks or something. I have to figure out what we're going to do with the schedule. Because if you would have asked me if we can do this from home, I would have told you absolutely not. No, this is too big. And there we were. We've been at home ever since. And the bulk of the movie, the production of the movie, was done from over 450 homes. And yes, there were some technological issues when we first started, but we have an amazing tech team, and they got us through it in the first few weeks. Though there were some lingering things like, home bandwidth with the kids going to school and all of that we all know, or of, keeping ourselves muted. But I think the biggest thing for us, the breakthrough for us, was that our culture is a very collaborative one. And we like being in the room together, building off each other's ideas, having a meal. I like feeding my crew when they're working long hours, that stuff. And you can't do any of that in Zoom. And also, it's only so long you can do this with your brain still intact. So we had to really structure our days, be very disciplined. And what that ended up doing was creating a work-life balance for the crew. Everybody had dinner with the family. So we all had to delegate more and essentially trust each other more to pull this off from home. And what it turns out that when people feel that trust even more, their game is gone from A+ to A+++. And so the result is this movie, and the making of the movie so completely reflects the theme of the movie that it's a miracle.
The voice cast is amazing. Adele, you did Crazy Rich Asians, so you're familiar with some of them. But being from San Diego, we were especially thrilled that Kelly Marie Tran got to be Raya. So talk to me just a little bit about what stands out about her to the two of you.
Oh my gosh, Kelly Marie was absolutely instrumental in creating the character of Raya. When we first started out with her, Raya, the character, was much more, of a lone gunman, just embittered by the world, a little harder. And really, when Kelly Marie came in and read that first scene, where it was a prayer as Raya, because she wants to get her father back, she's trying to evoke the dragon, and she brought this raw emotion and vulnerability to it. And in the recording booth, our grown-ass directors were just a puddle, and we knew that was something powerful that we wanted to lean into. So she really brought that relatability and emotion to the character that I don't know if we otherwise would have had.
I absolutely agree. There's a warmth to Kelly and a kindness, but it's a very powerful one. She's strongly, powerfully kind as a human being, and it comes into every interaction. The generosity with which she shares herself, and all that you can feel within the character. So yeah, we're the lucky ones.